I am not saying that a woman can't work on dispatch. I'm not saying that a woman can't be a pilot. I'm not saying a woman can't be a sniper. I'm saying that a woman can't do that. So there's a woman here. It's what should be a routine traffic stop. Goes awry. And this was last Wednesday on the 14th. It doesn't have that many plays, but this is something that is becoming all too common, and it's by design. So it's not just an isolated incident. I don't believe that women should be in positions of law enforcement, as you see here, and neither do they, as you will see from the clip. This happened, Ohio's Willoughby Police Department. Let's watch.
Hello. I'm Officer at Willoughby Police Department. The reason why I'm stopping you is the speed. 57 and a 35.
That's going pretty fast, by the way.
Yeah, it is.
And she shouldn't let him do this. He could be grabbing a gun right now and she's dead. It's just stupid.
Step over here now.
I'm not sitting.
Back off.
All she said was sit down. He goes,
And she gets physical. And here's the problem. She gets physical with no ability to back it up.
correct.
This is not a technical grappling endeavor. This is just a man ragdolling a woman because she's weaker than a man. She has no ability to defend herself. And now here comes in a pot-bellied man in flip-flops, and he's able to do the job that the highly trained professional cannot. And another man. And a third man.
Shut up.
You don't do that to a woman. Do you understand me?
Do you understand me, sir?
No, I don't. I don't understand you.
Chivalry cops.
So
Polite boys. What you want? It's just, what do you, like, the guy's going, what do you mean I don't do that to a woman? I do this to cops.
Yeah.
Isn't she a cop? I mistreat cops. I'm a criminal.
Yeah. By the way, Taser. The minute he gets out of his car and doesn't comply, I'm like, just tase him and then tase him again and maybe tase him again. I don't know. Have some fun with it. Like, see if he can break dance.
He's white. You could have shot him.
Yeah. Would have been fine.
And here's the problem: is the more you remove tools, and by the way, the more you have these diversity hires, these equality hires in the police force. Guess what? You're going to end up with more police brutality, police violence, because they have to go to their tool belt.
Right.
They have to go to their firearm. So let me give you an example here: the Police Academy fitness standards in Ohio. Well, it's a double standard. You have sit-ups, right? 1 minute. How many sit-ups can you do? For men, you have to do 33 in 1 minute, which is not a lot.
No.
Women, 24.
What?
The push-ups test for a police officer in Ohio. A man has to do 22 in 1 minute, which is really not that much.
That's low.
Woman has to do 10. In other words, a police officer, the male officer, has to do twice as many. What do you think is going to happen when that woman runs into a man in the street? Well, you just saw what happened. And this also has happened in our military.
Yeah.
And by the way, hit the like button if you agree with this, is I don't think that we're less safe. I don't see how it's progress to send women out to the front lines when they are ill-equipped to be murdered in the name of equality. Usually we would have men go to war to protect the women and children. That's kind of why we go to... It's almost the most important resource is women and children.
Yeah.
That's our most important. That's how we populate the country. These are the people who make up. You're going to war not just for land, but to protect your citizens if it's a defensive war. Instead, we're sending out women and children, and we are sending them out knowing that they are not prepared. Now, I am not saying that a woman can't work on dispatch. I'm not saying that a woman can't be a pilot. I'm not saying a woman can't be a sniper. I'm saying that a woman can't do that. Now, 2018, let's look at this in the Army. They implemented a gender-neutral test, right? That happened. They said, okay, we're going to do a gender-neutral test now where everyone has to meet the same standards. And they lowered the standards. Had to be scrapped because women couldn't pass it. So the gender-neutral test, 83 to 92% of men passed compared to a maximum of 52% of women. The average was in the 40-something percentile.
Jeez. That's terrible. This should be an objective standard. Like, this is not one of those things where you're like, yeah, we just adjust the test to make sure everybody's included. And it also said it took into account age. No. If you're old, you don't get to go fight on the front line. I'm sorry. If you can't pass the test, you don't qualify. That's just how it is.
Do you think that woman at that moment in time thought, oh, I've been screwed by the equality bullshit?
Yeah, probably.
I'm ill prepared.
Oh, this is not about my vagina, my opinion. This is going to hurt.
This is real.
Yeah. She probably just thought, uh-oh.
Yes.
I mean, play this tape to the end. What happens if she's not on a populated road where people thank you, citizens of Ohio, that stopped to help out a police officer?
Yes.
By the way, that's exactly what you should do. What if she's not around people, though? That probably ends very poorly. And guess what? We have another video of an officer being attacked, maybe even worse, on dash cam that makes the news.
Well, you see,
That's
this is violence, right? But you know where else you see it? You see it with affirmative action in college. You see black people, black Americans, who are put into programs, for example, often in STEM fields, they can get lower grades, right? They can score lower on the SATs. And what happens is they fall back. They fall behind in class, and they're more likely to drop out of college. When you try and push, you can either have equal opportunity or you can try to ensure equity of representation, equity in outcomes. You cannot have both.
Right.
If you're trying to engineer equity, meaning equal representation in the police force, you will inevitably have to pull from a shallow talent pool, and you put them in danger. So let's look at the military again, the fitness standards, okay? For 22 to 26-year-olds, the standing power throw for men, it's 6.3 meters because they scrapped the gender-neutral test. For women, it's 4 meters.
These meters?
The sprint drag carry, men, they have to do it in 2 minutes and 31 seconds. For women, 3 minutes and 15 seconds. A 2-mile run, the men have 22 minutes, the women have 23 and 23 and a quarter.
Is
Now-
the drag carry like the RuPaul drag race?
Yeah, they do it at the library store. Yeah,
I see. Okay,
Yes.
I just wanted to make
Just
sure
reading
I
a
had that
pop-out
right.
book.
Gotcha.
But think about this. Why? Hold on a second. None of this, the very premise of equality in male-dominated fields, it disrupts its own outcome. It's we need equality. Okay, why? Because men and women are the same. Okay, but we want 40% longer and 40% lower standards or 70% lower standards, depending on what it is for women to make it in. Why? Why? Hold on a second. It's a male-dominated field. You said it was because of the patriarchy. Well, look, of course, women should be able to meet the same qualifications. Why? Because your life is in danger. And not only is your life in danger, guess who else is in danger? People in your platoon.
Yeah.
Guess who else is in your citizens? Are the people safer in that city? This house of cards has to come tumbling down. And the only way that it works is if everything we do, it needs to be performance-based. We need to eliminate race. We need to eliminate gender. We need to eliminate sexual orientation. Sex, gender, however you identify. None of that should play a role in combat positions, in police positions,
Yeah.
in positions that require any level of physical strength. They shouldn't, because it makes everyone else less safe.
Yeah.
It's that simple.
Watch Louder with Crowder live, Monday through Thursday, 10 a.m. Eastern.